There's a lot of flagship smartphones making their way in 2017, which is going to be probably the biggest year for smartphones. Among the most anticipated ones are Apple iPhone 8, Samsung Galaxy S8 and S8 Plus, OnePlus 5, and Xiaomi Mi 6. And these are some of the biggest smartphones are coming this year. And very notably, OnePlus and Apple are expected to release their upcoming flagships about the same time, Q3 or Q4 2017. So here's a quick little comparison for the two smartphones, and of course, there's not that many specs that have been officially confirmed by the official companies, so take this information with a little bit grain of salt. So let's go over the specs. There is a lot to talk about the OnePlus flagship smartphone, possibly dubbed as OnePlus 5. It's expected to feature a 5.5-inch dual curved edge OLED display with FHD 1080 resolution, Qualcomm's latest Snapdragon 835 processor, and of course Android 7.0, which is the latest OS. 6GB of RAM and 64GB internal storage, a amazing battery life, probably around 12 to 15 hours, and a 23 megapixel main rear camera, along with a 12 megapixel front camera for your selfies. Also includes wireless charging and a USB port, which is very nice, and it probably will have a headphone jack, unlike the iPhone 8. But right now, iPhone 8 on the other hand is rumored to come pre-installed with the iOS 11 software and an in-house A11 processor. A 4.7-inch curved OLED display with 1334 x 750 pixel resolutions, 3GB of RAM, 256GB of internal storage, and of course there's many different variants and price really varies. OnePlus 5 is going to be a lot cheaper than the iPhone 8, and many people are saying that iPhone 8 is going to be costing at least $1,000 for the base model, while the OnePlus 5 is costing about $500 to $700. So there's a really big price difference. But again, iPhone 8, we don't really know much, but there's a lot of reports on Apple doing a facial recognition security biometric system instead of the Touch ID. There's going to be little to no buttons on the iPhone 8. There's going to be no home button. There's going to be no volume button, no shutdown button. Everything's going to be force touch or have little mini screens like the MacBook Pro 2017. But of course, if you want to get to the home page, you simply just force touch on one of the positions on the screen, and it'll automatically bring you to the home. So iPhone 8, it's going to be thinner, and I'm not really sure if Apple is ever going to be bringing back the headphone jack, but we're not going to be worrying about that because Apple probably wouldn't. But again, while both OnePlus 5 and iPhone 8 smartphones are expected to offer high-end specs and features, the former might win in race in terms of price, because Apple iPhone 8s are not pocket-friendly at all, and of course other brands are a little bit more. However, I should advise you that the iPhone 8 specs have not came out, and a ton of these are just rumors, but I could tell you that it's going to be probably dual bezel-less, thinner, faster, sleeker, and more beautiful in design. OnePlus 5 is going to be one of the most anticipated smartphones of the year. It's going to pack a ton of power, probably rivaling the iPhone 8, but there's one of the things, it probably won't have a better camera than the iPhone 8, and it probably wouldn't have but it probably will have a much better price, which should edge people to buy the OnePlus 5. So which is going to be the better smartphone? I believe the OnePlus 5 will, if you're on a budget. But the iPhone 8, if you have over $1,000 and you like these little small tweaks and gadgets and stuff, Apple's going to be adding to your smartphones. But overall, OnePlus 5 is going to win the battle for the better price, better hardware, but in my opinion, this is still a little bit too early to tell.